All right, so today I wanted to trade the NFP. Earlier, I had traded the London session and I didn't really see any moves. And I figured that it's probably because of NFP day. I won't be trading London session anymore. But I did get a short in on the few minutes after the non-farm payroll announcement. It was going in my favor, but then it started chopping around on the side for a little bit. I was currently at the gym at the moment, so I was not around my laptop, which is why I'm recording from my phone, but you can see it's live in real time as usual. Price went up, stopped me out, and I figured, hey, my entry might have been a little bit early. So I was about to be finished with the session, but I gave it one more shot. I saw that there was a little pullback, but that pullback was not strong enough. I normally trade with a bigger position size, but because it was such a high spread, I traded with smaller position size, and I had a 6 pip stop loss. And at that moment, I just continued on holding the trade to about 4 times. So I was going for a 4R on this trade. You could see I was actually scaling my profits a little bit farther down because I saw that it had a potential move to go down as much as 6R because of the previous down move that happened about 10 to 15 minutes before that. I did not want to risk it too much, so I just went for 4 to 5R, and I wanted to see what price was doing at the lows of the day. So I was just trailing my stop loss and following through with price action. It was pretty easy to read and a pretty simple entry exit strategy, and I just continue watching the market for the next several minutes, as you can see on the screen. Price was hesitating to drop down, which was giving me red flags of a possible reversal in the near future because, as you can see, that was the biggest move of the day, and if it wanted to continue on a downtrend for the day, we needed to see some more strong moves. I then started seeing buyers push back in, and they were given a fighting chance with the sellers. The velocity wasn't really there for sellers, and so I was looking to exit soon. Sellers were giving up steam, buyers were giving a nice fight at the lows of the day, and that's not normal, and that was another red flag for me. I then seen it push farther down. That's when I looked to trail my stop loss as it was making new lows of the day. If anything, if it went back up into the range that it just kind of broke out in the past 20 minutes, then I would have looked to get out as soon as possible because I don't like choppy markets, and I seen that it was a pretty choppy conditions for the day, but because of NFP, I knew it was going to give me that little additional push, and that's what I needed. I started seeing price kind of hesitate around here, so I was getting ready to leave. The worst case scenario, I was going to get a break even, and it just kept on going in my favor. I dropped my stop loss to at least 1R, and that would cover my loss for the day, and then it just kept on going. At that point, I was pretty convinced that, hey, it has to continue going to the downside. If it does pause again, then I'm going to collect at least 1.5R, and that's what you see on the chart. It went 4R 4 times in my favor, so that was a 4R trade right there, and I was looking to collect 5, but then I started seeing it struggle. I started seeing buyers step back in, so I did not want to do anything beyond that. I just took my 4R, and that's it for the day. So that trade was a 4R, and that session was plus 3R for the session.